Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I bring you more of my 2026 reading journal setup. Look at all my goodies, guys. I am here to work on my reading journal and I've brought you along. I did a little bit of prepping. I got some of the things that I think I want to use in these spreads today, but you know how that goes. Wherever the inspiration takes me, I will go. And yeah, I want to show you a couple of these. I don't think I've ever shown these to you before. These are so cute. They're also Archer and Olive. They came in a little subscription box and they're reminiscent of the old library checkout cards. And I definitely want to be able to use these. And look, they have different colors. Look how beautiful that pink is. So I want to see if I can use this some way, somehow in my reading journal. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. This is a part of a series that I have been working on as I prep for my 2026 reading journal. So journaling and reading are some of my favorite hobbies, and I've decided to take you guys along for the ride of moving into my 2026 reading journal. And to update you a little bit, these are some things we still haven't figured out what we want to do with. Last time I updated you, we went ahead and did my title page, which you knew I was super scared to do and I never really do. And I actually went ahead and did. And then we went ahead and planned out my reading and book goals 2026. So I will be writing my book goals and my reading goals here on this side. And so far I put them on a post-it note last time, and I told you that I wanted to continue reading at least 80 books and I want to do reviews for each book, and I'll continue adding those and eventually I'll transfer them onto this page. So before I move on to the next one, I'm feeling like this is a little bit empty. So I want to add some decorations to this, but not so much to detract from how beautiful this little card is and how busy it is, but I still think like I want to include some stuff. I'm going to find some inspiration in my sticker books and my washies and all of that, and we'll see if there's anything else I want to maybe add a little bit here, a little bit here to kind of balance this out a little bit. So I'll skip you through my planning and setting down a few things, and then I'll come back and tell you exactly what I did. This feels way more complete now, guys. So now I'm happy. So sometimes that's another little tip that is important to keep in mind. Sometimes it's fine to put down the inspiration that you have and then come back to a spread later on and add a little bit more. As I was looking through it off camera, the day after I had decorated this with you guys in my setup video number 3, I thought it looked way too empty. And I'm all for minimalism and stuff like that, but I like for my pages and my spreads to feel full, So I'm glad I went ahead and added these 2 little stickers overlapping. I'm glad that I went ahead and added this quote here. I have always imagined that paradise will be a kind of library, so pretty. And then I felt like it needed something else up here, but I didn't want anything too narrow or too blocky. I wanted to elongate this since this is kind of centered. So a little bit of washi tape was perfect, but I wanted more than just a washi. So this also has a quote, "The world belongs to those who read." And I love that it fit perfectly. It was a longer strip, as you saw, but it fit perfectly. The little stack of books and the book with the coffee mug. So I think it looks great. I'm not sure about these. I might, in another version of this, remove these. I think I might want to do that now, actually. Let me see. I think I like it more without my washi on the corners. Let me see. All right, so I think I like this a lot more. Um, and that's the wonderful thing about washi, you can take it off, put it back on. So now I think I'm happy with it. I love these stickers as well that are see-through-ish. They're perfect for propping on top of something like this. And yeah, I'll be ready to fill in my book goals next time. So this is great. Let's see what's going on next. All right, so my index, I cannot fill in right now because, as you know, I have everything set up, but haven't really decided for sure what's going to be there. So to reference, this is my current, and see, no title page. This is my current 2025 reading journal. And I told you last time, I think I'm going to go ahead with continuing an index, but I don't think I'm going to put the page numbers. I don't really need them. I don't number my pages as it is, so I don't think I need them. I'm just going to go ahead and lay out what goes first, second, third, like that. And I know more or less where it's landing, but I don't think I'm going to do the page numbers. But again, this is a spread that needs to be done at the way end after I have put everything for sure, because nothing again is for sure until I've removed this post-it note and actually decorated that. So we're going to go ahead and skip over the index for now. And if you're doing this on your own, it's perfectly fine to work out of order. If you'd rather start with a particular challenge or certain page and you know it's going to go there, just go ahead and go with wherever the inspiration takes you. I do like working in order because I make commitments as to where things are going to go. So that's just my personal preference, but there's no rule of how you have to do any of this. So last year, I went ahead and did this for my books read. I also need 2 spreads this year. So 1 spread and 2 spread. Let me make sure I accounted for that. Yeah, page 1 and page 2, or part 1 and part 2. Okay. So let me see. I feel like this was very dark. Like this highlighter came out darker than I wanted it to. So I'm actually not going to use a highlighter. I believe that I used one of these for this. One of the Sharpie S Note highlighters for that. But I think I'm going to go with one of my Tombow markers now to kind of do that line. I'm going to figure that out now in a minute. I don't know if I should have little boxes for them where everything can live, or if I should kind of leave it be like this, because some titles are longer, some authors are shorter. I think I want to give myself that freedom and just guide myself up here. So maybe I do that. All right, so this one I decorated with the 2 strips of washi and the title, and then I did the same thing again inverted. So top left, bottom right, and it worked well. I'm currently right now, I've read 90 books, I think. So I'm somewhere here. Once I update this at the ending of November, I'll be like around here, I think. And then it'll give me enough space. So this allows for like 120 or so books read, and I think that's good enough for me for a typical year. If anything, I'll do a tip in if I need the extra space next year, but I think this worked well. So I'm going to try to find some inspiration, see what I want to use for this, and I'll take you along for the ride, of course, fast forwarding you through this with me. right, guys, we are back. That was a lot. um, so this is a difficult page for me to vary the design on because I can't really mess with my lines because I need to have enough space in each line to put my title, my author, and my rating. So I wanted to decorate more on the sides, but I really had a difficult time doing that because I don't want to compromise my line space because it's cutting it close. Like this year, I still have all of November and December. And so far, I know at the ending of November, I'm going to be around here. And then December, I'm going to be around here. So it's close. Like, I don't want to run out of space, but I also don't think I need 3 spreads for this. So I went ahead and stamped my title, and it's so difficult, guys, to, if you've ever used one of these, you know what I'm talking about because you're looking at the letters backwards. So it's so difficult to be able to like make sure you're picking the right one. For example, like my D looks like a B to me because I'm looking at the flip side of it. So yeah, there were a couple spots here that I had to redo. But it looks great. I like it. I love stamping. I want to do more of it this year. In my 2025 journal, I didn't do a lot of stamping because I was in a rush setting it up. But this year, since I'm starting early, I want to do that. And then last year, I did use one of my felt tip pens to do a lot of this tracking. So I used one of these Stabilo fine liner pens that are like markerish. But this year, I want to use a gel pen to track this, and so I decided I wanted to switch that out simply because I feel like the felt tip sometimes bleeds a little bit and the letters come out thicker than I want them to. And with a very fine gel pen like this one, my font is real small, so I can better manipulate longer titles. So I wanted to change that up. Other than that, I wanted to keep the same thing. I did use a lighter color. I went ahead and used the Tombow N79. I think that's the one. No, I did not. I went ahead and used the Tombow 992, which, well, I'm not going to use this again, but that's a tip that I have for you. If you get confused with what kind of pens you're using or whatnot, you might want to use like a little flap on your inside cover, or maybe a little thing that you put in here with all your colors so that you know exactly what kinds of colors. I won't be using this again since I do all my lines from the beginning. Last year, I did use a ruler to do this with my highlighter. I did use a ruler. I liked the straightness of it, but I also wanted something more organic. So it's also different because when you are using a highlighter, you have a chisel tip. So it's easy for you to use the ruler. But the moment that I decided to swap out the highlighter for a brush, I can no longer use my highlighter. Now it's creating like a mess. And that's why you want to test things out. This also didn't look as gray to me. I thought it would be a little bit more taupey, but it's very gray on paper. So you want to test things out before you use them. I really do like the flexibility of this. I know at first you're going to want to make a straight line and stay within the dots or stay on the dots or whatever, but it's difficult to do it, and I don't think it matters. Once you add in your text, everything looks good. I just like doing it like this because I don't like my page being blank. I don't want these 2 spreads to be blank. I like them to have a little bit of texture on them, so that's why I do that. But if you feel like this is too messy, I know some people you know feel like the unevenness would get to them or whatnot, just don't highlight them. Don't highlight your spaces and just number them and put your titles and all of that. If you don't, I find that this gives it personality. I like it. I like that it's colorful. But if you don't like that, there's alternatives that you can, of course, do. All right. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be working on today. So I'm happy with the way that this came out. My 2026 books that I read. Very happy with my log. I like that I kept this bookish kind of feel for it. I like that I used my little washi tapes and I was able to put one of my little girl stickers on there. And I think it looks great, guys. Let's see what we have so far. So here is my title page. Then this is my reading book goals page, and also serves as a title page because this is the back of this. So this is normally something I don't use. I never use this backside, and normally I just do the title page. I leave this blank, this title page. So this is new this year. Then my index will get done at the very end, and then we move on to books that I read. Now I have an important decision to make. I know that I told you guys that I want to include a visual representation of this list. So I want to actually put out all of the little book covers as I do for all these other things. I want to put the little book covers for everything that I read. And I'm tempted to wanting to do that right after this, but I don't want to do that. First, because I don't know how much space that's going to take. I think that's something I should save for the end, which I think I currently have that. Yes. So currently, if you guys see here, I have it at the very end of my notebook. Visual 2026, every single book that I read. And I think I want to keep it toward the end. Favorite quotes, I added that the other day. Um, so yeah, I think I want to keep it toward the back. I'm not going to do it right behind this. I was still kind of debating how I wanted to do that, but I think I'm going to keep it toward the end. So this is going to be that list. And then right after that, we're ready for the Goodreads Challenge 2026, where I color code by genre the boxes of the books that I read for my challenge. So let me show you. This is my current one for this year, Goodreads Challenge for 2025. I put 117 boxes, but you guys know that my true challenge was 80, but I always allow myself room for more. And then this is my key. I want to do something similar to this, I think. I might want to change my colors though. I think I'm not going to be using the flare pens for this because it's very dark. I think I'm going to go with my Tombow markers and reassign the colors so that you can better see these numbers. And I think I'm going to do, instead of doing this brown color for the numbers, I think I'm going to do it black, simply because it's going to allow, if you see here, some of these are very difficult for me to see the numbers because it's so dark and the fine liner is just not dark enough to contrast the darkness of the marker. So that's something I want to change, but that's what I will be working on in my next video, setting up my Goodreads challenge. So this was so much fun, guys. I'm really liking how my 2026 journal is coming out. And that is one recommendation I have for everyone. If you're planning on doing this, start early. It's, first of all, it's fun, and it just makes you feel like you're getting there. You should never wait right until the beginning of the year to start doing all your pages. Of course, if that's what it comes to, that's what it comes to. But I think the more prepared that you are come January 1st and you have all your pages kind of set up, because this does take a lot of prep. And these so far haven't taken a lot of prep because it's like mostly pulling out materials that I want to use and drawing them out or whatnot. But once we get to like the 26 books I want to read in 26, or the leftover 25 and 25, you have to print out little book covers if you're going to be using those. So that takes a lot of time, and you don't want to really rush it. And I enjoy, honestly, the process of setting up my journal as much as maintaining my journal. I find that both are incredibly fun and interesting, and that's why I think preparation starting early is good. So it's November. If you haven't started working on your 2026 journal, join me and start working on yours. We got this. We can get to January 1st with our journals completely set up. And of course, I'm still updating my 2025 journal. As you guys know, I do my monthly updates for my current journal. Lots of fun. A lot of those are already on my channel if you've never seen them before. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me for today, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're still with me, I appreciate you. And I hope that you found some of this inspiring, or that it gave you some ideas for what you can do on your own reading journal. Please like this video and please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I bring you lots of fun bookish content, lots of stationery content and reading journal content, and I would love to have you be a part of my journey. Thank you guys again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you in my next video. Bye.